All right, so I did figure out which way that capacitor went the other day and put it all back together, so it's actually here. The big capacitors tested okay on this, but all the small capacitors are dead. So we will carry on. We will go through these markers here. This is the 50 megahertz marker here. Pull him out. And this one has a 50 ohm load on the input, I assume. So that's interesting. And then the other ones feed through. All right, so let's open this one up. Washer off. It's stuck on there. There we go. And might have to take these out. It's not opening up like the other things opened up. Oh. It's still not opening up. I wonder if this one is soldered. Yeah, this one might be soldered. Yeah, this one might be soldered or not. Or not. Maybe we need to take this nut off on this side. Who knows? Who knows how they built these things? Oh, yeah, it's loosening up. That's kind of weird. All right. Got loose, it got loose. Well, it's loose, but it still might be soldered down. Oh, there it goes. I pushed a little harder. I was a little bit scared too, so I pushed a little harder and it came out. There we go. No capacitors, but it's interesting to look at. We have a crystal. So it's just a crystal oscillator with some tuning. Oscillator says 50 megahertz, which it says on the outside, so just a 50 megahertz oscillator. Nothing fancy going on. All right, put that one back together. All right, here's the one that's marked 10 megahertz. And it looks pretty much the same, but this one does have a capacitor in it. 10 microfarad, 25 volts. Smaller, interesting. Well, one of mine fit in there, the ones that I bought. I should be able to get it in there. Should be able to get it in there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and replace that one. Wedge this in there. Move it over here. Put this over here. Put that over there. Yeah, I think that should be okay. Get some magnification here for me, because I can't see well. Right. Put some solder over here. Snip him off. Very nice. Put some over there. if I can get some solder wetting on that other thing. There we go. There's so much black magic in these things. I love it. This is a 10 megahertz. All right, put him back in. All right, so this is the last module. This is the 1 megahertz module. So wow, it's really packed in. You would think that the higher the frequency would be more packed in, but lower frequency is all packed in. So 1 megahertz needs some big coils to load it down. These big crystals have a lot of capacitance in them, and they need some good big loading coils to make them go. But there's one of our favorite capacitors. We don't like him. We do not like him. So let's get rid of him. I've got 1 capacitor left from my store. So this is number 10, I guess. Wow. Okay, well, I can always buy more. They're only 14 cents. So, plus towards me. All right. Oops, the wrong wrench. This wrench doesn't fit. All right. These are knurled, so they're just finger tight. And put the screws back in, so go from there. Let's see, I think these, I'm trying to see which holes I go in. I think that one. Oh, maybe not. Which? Oh, at the bottom. I go in this one. Little adjustment pokes out here. One of the coils or potentiometers or something sticks. I guess the potentiometer sticks at the bottom. This thing's got a lot of adjustments. Lots and lots and lots of adjustments. So before synthesizers and stuff, you know, it was all analog like this. So yeah, it had to be tweaked. Everything had to be tweaked. Linearity and frequency, output level, everything had to be tweaked. So you're probably saying, wait a minute, you haven't looked at the power supply. Doesn't the power supply have lots and lots and lots of capacitors in it? Yeah, it probably does. But the power supply doesn't seem to be our issue, so does not seem to be our issue. All right, let's yeah, well, let's button it up and see if it's working better. All right, it's all back together with new caps in it. So hooked up to the spectrum analyzer over there. So let's take a look at what's going on. If we put it on band 2 sweeps across, very nice. Look at that, nice and leveled, goes across. A couple harmonics, but not bad. And then here's the higher. It probably has harmonics too, you just can't see them. So bands 2 and 3 work great. Band 1 is still funny. Band 1 is still not right. So remember that it swept across, then it gives us this really big sharp spike here. So I'm going to just disconnect the output of that amplifier, which is channel 1. So I'm just going to disconnect channel 1 from the other part. And so we can see that that 700 megahertz does not come out. So it's not coming, it's not bleed through from channel 2. It's being generated in channel 1. If we put the back on, you can see it come back. So everything points to badness in the in that amplifier. I don't think these are long enough to reach. Yeah, if I had a little bit longer, let me look for a different cable. I'm going to try to hotwire this thing. All right. I found a cable here that has the right connectors on it, and it's long. So I'm going to bypass the amplifier. We will go directly from the oscillator to the output. We will completely bypass the amplifier and see if this thing behaves itself. So let's put this on here. And let's put this over here. And yeah, much better. All right, so can you see that? It's behaving well. It's low in amplitude, and it's not leveled. And those are the two jobs of the amplifier. We want to amplify that up. The others are measuring around right now. I have let's see, go to 2. So I've got about minus 10 dBm, and I've got minus 10 dB of attenuation, so I can go up to 0 dB. Yeah, so channel 2 is outputting about 0 dBm, and channel 1 is outputting about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about minus 30 dBm. So it needs to have about 30 dB of amplification. And yeah, so there we go. So now we know, again, which module we need to work on. So I think we've validated all the rest of the instrument. It's just that our amplifier is hosed and oscillating because it does that 700 megahertz thing. Oh yeah, look at that. So I have the output of the amplifier hooked up, but I do not have the input of the amplifier hooked up. And I get that 700 scream there every once in a while. And then if I hook up the input to the oscillator, there's everything else. So yep, she's a did. So next video will be pull this amplifier out onto the bench, hot wire it in so we can power it up and we can probe it. So outside of this thing. There you go. Progress.